presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Patrick Alan Castillo. Second referee, Mr. Bobby Celso. Let's call on our starting lineup from our PLDT high-speed hitters. Let's begin with our team captain, number 3, Mika Irene Reyes. At number 4, Julian Marie Samonte. Wearing jersey number 12, Rhea Katrina Di Maculangan. At number 13, Del Palomata. Wearing jersey number 14, Michelle Catherine Morente. And at number 19, Jovelyn Grace Prado. Starting libero is number 8, Kathleen Faith Arado. Head coach is Mr. Rauld Benson Ricafort. Calling on our F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Team captain wear jersey number 2, Abigail Marano. At number 3, Ivy Keith Laksina. Wearing jersey number 4, Victonara Galang. At number 8, Myla Pablo. Wearing jersey number 9, Kim Fajardo. And number 13, Kim Kiana D. Starting libero is number 5, Dawn Nicole Macandili Katindig. Head coach, Miss Regine Diego. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
Game 1 for Battle for Bronze, march to a podium finish of the PLDT high-speed hitters against the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Again, Jovi Prado, Jules Samonte, Mika Reyes, Mitch Morente, and of course Kat Arado, part of the starting 6. And the starting lineup for the F2 Logistics, Myla Pablo, Ka Fajardo, KKD, Chang Abi, Aragala, Ivy Laksina, and Don Macandili. Amazing first 6, and Coach Ramil also joining, present for the match here live in the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
Well, we need to mention, I was looking at the first 6 of PLDT. Normally, we saw in the semifinals, Mea Mendres would start, but we heard that she sprained her ankle in the last game, so Jules Samonte gets the nod here in the battle for bronze.
And I remember talking to Jules, and she was saying that she has learned a lot from her ates of the team, just waiting for the time that she gets called by the coach. And there's no better time to be called than here. Battle for the bronze.
Yeah, we always, you know, we want to say, battle, yes, it's heartbreaking for their fans and for their teams. They didn't make it to the finals. However, it's always good to get a bronze medal than none at all, right? I mean, people will remember who won the bronze, but nobody will remember who's number 4.
That's the thing. And then they were saying, I mean, we saw in the feature a while ago, you know, you want a reward for the hard work that you've done pre-season and during the regular season. And a podium finish, again, still a podium finish, you would want that medal.
Yep, that's what you want to bring back to the owners of their organization.
We're tied here 1-1 as Myla Pablo will be serving.
Well, she has a lot of fans, obviously.
Di Maculangan setting it up. Arado, Rhea again. Palomata, aggressive in the net.
That's a good start for PLDT. That's what you want to see because you know defense is there. So given that you have got Arado manning the back, you want to get everyone involved because you have all these options that you want to exercise.
And you know that the PLDT high-speed hitters, they're capable of a quicker tempo, but this time around, I guess they're both slowing it down. Here in set 1, soft touch by Laksina after a set by Fajardo. Cross-court, Mitch Morente, the blocking of the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. We go first to Franny Reyes for her report.
Thanks, Denise. because I got to speak with Coach Eugene Diego of the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, and she told me that though they fell short, she's quite happy that they reached the Final Four, and she's happy to know that her players can still do more. She said that they do need to improve on their attacks, how they move together, and really their mindset if they want to claim the bronze. Now, she also told me that this is actually friendly competition between her and Coach Ralph Ricafort. They go back, they're both young coaches. This is both their first time with their respective teams, and they do like to tease each other, but ultimately they're trying to have fun. So let's see which of the two coaches will get that first win today as Del Palomata gets ready to serve.
3 is serving 2. And what I said earlier, high-performance teams. But what Franny mentioned, sometimes you're there, they have the grit, the hustle, the grind. It's the happiness sometimes that is what's lacking.
And that makes a lot of difference.
It does. And they always say that. Players always say the energy is what makes or breaks them during these times and situations.
Agree.
Attack error on Aragala.
You know that she saw that spot there near the referee by the line. She wanted to bring it there, just, you know, missed hit. It's the execution.
2-point lead for the girls in red.
And early on, we already saw a couple of stuff blocks from both teams. So we did talk about the blocking of F2, but what about PLDT?
I mean, you saw the dig right there by Jovi Prado. But again, the aggressiveness from the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, undeniable.
Yeah, obviously, they're very aggressive at the net, and we talked about that as being their strength. You have to be happy if you're an F2 fan, because you can see that they're using their strength, at least here in the first set.
3 serving 4. De Macolangan to Morente, cross court.
Well, talked about a lot of players, but what about Mitch Morente? I mean, what a conference it has been for this girl.
It has, you know, and she has mentioned time and time again the confidence booster of this whole All-Filipino Cons for her, how she has grown and how she has matured, that she never thought she would be able to again after college.
I'm sure she had a lot of fans, especially, you know, when she was playing with Ateneo and that spunk she gave her team. That was what people were looking for, and that's what we're seeing this conference.
A reignited fire for Mitch Morente. But no follow-up after that first ball by Jovelyn Prado.
Well, you like it from Aragalang, you know, after that hitting error, she gets the point. You know, that's the way to go. You bounce back, you forget about the errors you commit, and then you try to bounce back.
And we are in the professional league, you know. They know the drill.
Yep.
De Macolangan to Mika Reyes. Calf to Myla Pablo.
Oh, good dig.
Rhea to Jules Samonte. Don was there.
Don was there too.
She's everywhere.
She's everywhere.
Rhea to Mika. Blocked by Chang Abi. And she says, that's right.
Yeah. That should pump her up. More important than her team, because if Abby Maranyo is at a high, you know, if she's feeling it, the whole team follows suit, right?
You know, and she's always been consistent in that sense. That's why she's really the leader, the mother of everyone, because you're right. If Chang Abi is happy, everyone's happy. You don't want her to be mad.
Yeah. Well, another error there on the side of F2. And in a close set, in a close match, these are the things you want to avoid.
Jules Samonte serving. And before first technical timeout, the errors of both teams already just the gap of 1. That usual attack.
Yeah, you want to see that, really, from Kim Fajardo, these second ball thumps. That's what you want to see, because it keeps your opponents guessing, like PLDT. Will Fajardo do that again? Because you know that's in her arsenal.
And Laxina, a net touch.
Well, she's sure she didn't. I think she felt it was all ball that touched the net, so they will challenge this.
And I did remember Franny was saying that Ivy wants this win. The hunger is there, the aggressiveness is there, and we saw that with that attack of hers.
Yeah, overpass, and she obviously wants to get that point. But you're right. Of course, she's a rookie here for F2. She wants to start her campaign with a squad with a bronze medal.
And you want that. I mean, in a team full of veteran players, you're with Myla Pablo, you know, Kaf Fajardo, decorated UAAP players, you also have something to prove.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
Tips of her fingers.
She's just all smiles after that because she did say, I didn't touch the net. She didn't even feel it.
You know, when you're really in it in the game, I'm pretty sure those things, you know, you zone out of everything.
And if it's like just a scratch, it's like sometimes these players really don't feel it.
You hear the screams because Mika Reyes is serving.
Yeah, and that was a good serve.
Kaf to Pablo with the soft touch.
Oh, good save by Mika Reyes.
Fajardo to Pablo cross court. Mika was there. Rhea setting it up for Jov. Pablo once again, but great defense by the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Oh, talk about defense. Great defense on the side of F2 Logistics.
Again, it's the blocking.
Yeah.
It's the blocking that they're maximizing and they're getting those points.
Yeah, that was Fajardo, but I think that was the longest rally
so far
in this set.
And set one, wala pang first technical timeout.
Well, if that's any indication of how this game is going to go, we're in for a long one.
First technical timeout, PLDT high-speed hitters leading with just 1 point.
One year, Makandili would win the best, whatever, and the next year, Catarado would win the best digger or whatever. So it's such a great matchup to watch, Evie.
We talked about the digs, but when it comes to the blocking, both teams are still toe-to-toe. PLDT 2 to the 4 blocks of the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
You have to be happy if you're F2. 4 blocks. Some teams have 4 blocks in the entire match, and we're just in the first set.
Laxina with an A-line attack after getting blocked by her previous one.
Well, you know how effective Laxina can be if you go a lot to her. I mean, I remember some games back, she doesn't get a lot of touches. So maybe this is a good time to get her confidence in this battle for bronze.
I mean, we already know that the skill is there. So it's sometimes always about the character. But the unforced errors, as always, could hurt the F2 Logistics.
And I think that's already 3 in the service area alone. So, I mean, they have to really correct that.
Ooh. KKD.
We talked about her in the pregame and what a confidence she's having because of shots like that, of hits like that.
A strong cross-court attack that was heard all over the arena.
Well, we have to give credit to Fajardo. That was a great set, just a one-on-one.
Jules, to Kat giving away a free ball. Calf to Chang Abi. Prado was there. Mitch Morente. Outside shot.
Well, she's been going to the down the line. That's her target, and she's been missing the line. Maybe she's got to adjust, try to get it crossed, she's got to try something different.
But I know we will see a more successful down the line attack from Mitch Morente later on.
For sure.
Service errors.
Piling. It's really piling for F2. That's why, can you imagine? That's probably the 4th error, at least based on our memory, 4th service error alone, and it's tied. So they should have had probably the more comfortable lead.
Fajardo to Chang Abi. Morente to Prado. Dawn to KKD with a soft touch. Again, the versatility. That is Kim Kianadi.
That's just a smart tip there. You know, because she's been so effective with her power attacks or her power spikes, you can see the respect PLDT has when she gets the set. You see they move back, anticipating a strong hit. So she has that leeway to dump the ball.
Kennedy already with 3 points, 2 attack ones, 1 block, and Jules Amonte breaking through the blocks of the girls in yellow.
Yeah. I mean, the blockers were there. I mean, F2 has been blocking solid here in the first set, but Jules Amonte just finds that little gap between the blockers.
Rookie of the Year for the UAAP season 79.
Yeah, I mean, it's good you mentioned that, Denise, because people forget that, you know, from Jules Amonte.
Rhea to Jules once again. Jules proving herself here.
We love her because I always say that she's a commentary's dream. As you were talking about a player, this case in point, Jules Amonte, she scores the point.
You know, normally when I would bring someone up, I kind of jinx it. So I'm so glad that Jules performed so well, and we love to highlight that.
Commentary's dream.
Galang block. Rhea to Mika Reyes. Pablo was there. Calf to the back, where Prado was. Ooh.
They call a net violation there, I think, on Marano. But, you know, that was Mika Reyes. That was a really low set, but she was just able to tip it over, and then the net infraction.
We look now, F2 with 8 unforced errors.
Compared to 3, you have to say that, because that's 5 already.
And I think that's why they have to make up for it with, of course, their attack points.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, if you're a team that has a tendency to commit more errors than your opponents, then yeah, you have to make up by maybe doubling up with your attack points.
And it's so possible for them to double up. You have, again, Chang Abi, Myla Pablo, Ara Galang. But you have really Jules Amonte making a name for herself here in set 1.
Yeah, what a start for Jules Amonte. Again, no, we have to mention Mendres has been starting for PLDT, but right now it's Jules Amonte's time to shine, and she is playing well.
She is peaking right now, 14-12 with 3 attack points. Pablo blocked by Mika Reyes and Rhea Dumakulangan. Kat setting it up for Prado. Cross court. Reception error.
Yeah, I mean, Myla Pablo was there. It's just the position of her hands. No? She shanked it, but she was there. She read it properly. Look at that. She's there. But just that's why the coach always say, you have to have sound fundamentals when you receive.
But that's the thing, you know, usually you don't talk about those things when it comes to these players. Players who have played for so long with decades of experience. But Jovan and Prado just showing all of those years of experience, because that will lead us to a second technical timeout, and this time around, the PLDT team of 4 points ahead with 16-12.
This match, a pretty slow start. The tempo of the game is kind of slow, but you can see it's actually, the pace is increasing. PLDT using, again, sound defense. Their floor defense really working for them. F2, too many errors at here in the first set.
Cap, the Chang Abi. And of course, Fajardo will be going to Chang Abi to end that run.
Yeah, I mean, this is a familiar connection, obviously, Fajardo to Maraño. Then they have to milk it. You know, if the connection is there, you have to milk it.
Kat to Prado. Cap to Pablo. And a quick attack by Mika, but Fajardo was there. Pablo making that angle work.
Oh, good dig.
Pablo to the back. Jules was there to receive it.
Good effort there by Morete.
Great effort. But sadly, a strong hit by Bagyong Pablo. The PLDT squad was not able to recover after that.
She knelt in front of the coaching staff.
Dumakulangan, Prado again. But this time around, she's maximizing the blocking strength of the F2 Logistics. You already can't deny that F2 has a really strong blocking anyways.
Yeah, I mean, they have four or five here in the first set, but that's what we're talking about now when it comes to Joey Prado. Not the tallest of players, but she is so smart when she plays.
Smart, simple, she gets it done.
Yeah.
She gets it done.
I agree with your simple. She is simplicity at its finest.
Prado, Galang was there. Cap setting up for Ivy Laxino with a soft touch. Dumakulangan, back to Jovan and Prado. Back-to-back points for, you know, now when she does that, I can't call her the simple Jovan and Prado because she makes it work. Let's just call her extravagant with all the points that she's getting for the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Yeah, I mean, again, no, when we talk about her, she's just so effective. She's showing us that basic volleyball can actually work.
And it always does when she's the one on the court.
On cue! You're patting yourself in the back.
That's why a timeout will be called by the F2 Logistics cover. 3-0 run for Jovelyn Prado.
Next, hindi kayo pwedeng lumitaw. Depende sa akin. Yun ang ginagawa nila, hindi lang kasi yung nagkakamali. In-over lang nila, in-over hanggang sa magkamali tayo. Okay? So, dapat sa ulit yung nagawin natin. Hindi ka pwedeng mapagod. Yes, palo ka ng palo, mag-isip ka. Pwede ka mag-drop ball, down the line ball, tapos nababasa yun. Mas mabilis dapat atake. Kailangan tayong ma-atake. So, di ba? 5 seconds, di ba? Walang maganda po na. Kumapit kayo.
F2! Onting tapang pa.
Onting tapang pa. Wag bibitiw. Because the PLDT high-speed hitters, they're able to put quite a gap, 5 points between them and the F2 Logistics.
No, I like that term, konting tapang pa, because it actually targets, for me, is the psyche of F2. Skill-wise, we know they have the talent, right? But it's more of the mindset. They have to have that grit that they want to win. You know, they have to get mad and tapang.
And these players from the F2 Logistics, they're known for their swag.
Yeah.
They're known for their pride. And I think that's what Coach Regina is saying. She's not seeing the usual attitude that these girls are usually giving.
She's obviously looking for that in the players.
The Jovelyn Prado continuously giving here in set 1. Rhea to Palomata.
I think we've mentioned all the players in PLDT. It's just Dimaculangan who hasn't scored, probably. Everyone has had a touch already. That's how well Dimaculangan has been distributing the ball.
20-15, a 5-point lead. I think the biggest so far in this match.
Yeah.
Kat setting it up for Mitch Morente. Attack error from Palomata.
Oh, you like it that she's being aggressive?
She is.
Yeah.
She always has been, even from the beginning.
Yeah, and she had the writing in mind,
Yeah.
the execution.
And the thing is, intention is always there with Del Palomata.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's always admitted that she struggles with the execution every now and then. But the heart is there.
I totally agree. And for me, she's already come a long way from when she started. I remember it was Air Force. She started with Air Force, right?
Yes, yes.
And she's this lanky player with height, but now, I mean, look at her. Ooh, good save.
By KKD. Kat to Jovelyn Prado this time with a soft touch. KKD again. Off the hands of Palomata and Morente.
I mean, I like this set by Kim Fajardo. Yeah, I mean, she did challenge the taller blocker in Palomata.
Sino na kasi kanina?
Ako.
Same area? Pero yung kay Shola, Job, alali na lang. Si Job na lang ipitin mo.
Okay kasi.
Diretso dito eh.
Bahin ko lang po. Dito lang ako.
Tutuloy yung play 1. Pag binigay ng play 1, take it pwede. Isahan na.
Yes.
Tagal eh. Yung pag nag-out of system bigla na mabilisan, block mo na kay Kim.
Okay.
Nang maayos. Early stop na to ha.
Receive muna, receive muna. Reality. Together.
The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers able to cut down the 5-point lead of PLDT to just 3. And let's see if they'll be able to lead us to a deadlock. We haven't seen much of that.
Yeah, especially here in the middle part of the first set. But F2, you got a full front row right now. You want to maximize that.
Rhea to Palomata. Again, the dig of Don Macandili.
And of Catarado.
But Mitch Morente, with that happy mindset of hers.
Well, you did mention, Denise, we will see a down-the-line hit from Mitch Morente. And here is one of that from the opposite side, from the outside.
A very clean one at that.
Yeah.
Calf to KKD with a soft touch. Great angle by Jovelyn Prado, but sadly, I guess it's the wrist action that was lacking.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, she was totally out of position, but you like the effort.
Exactly.
Because
I
Mitch,
thought that was going to get in.
yeah, because Mitch Morente just bump set it, and Jovi Prado was like, okay, okay. I mean, she tried, but yeah, not enough top spin to get it inside.
Jasma Ramos on the service area, seeing action for the first time here in set 1. Good serve.
Yeah.
Rhea to Mitch, cross court. Cap was there. KKD again. Rhea to Jules. The belonging of KKD and Chang Abi effective.
Well, Mitch Morente was actually there, but she let it go. Then you can see her reaction after that. Oh, my fault, my bad. She was following it.
And Mitch has always been known to run after the ball, always.
That's what you love about her.
19 serving 21. Service error. And now F2 has a total of 5 service errors.
That's a lot in one set.
Girls, kailangan nyo tuloy-tuloy. Iniintay lang kayong mag-error niya. Naisip na sa harap. Ayun. Kapag mampasa ng isa, i-expect nyo na babalik. So, dapat maroon tayong mag-cover. Yun lang yun. Patsaga lang yung kalaban nyo. Kaya lumalabang. Hindi lang sila nagkakamali. Dapat tayo rin, okay? Kulang tayo ng fire. Let's go, let's go.
Second 25, balaban, F2! Movers!
Go, go, go!
A compliment to the PLDT high-speed hitters. Matyaga ang PLDT. I mean, they did have a 5-setter with them in the elimination round.
Yeah, and that was a compliment. That's why when she said, "Di nagkakamali," they're waiting for our errors. But it's the same battle cry from Coach Regine. The fire. She's asking and looking for that fire in the girls.
22, serving 19, and Jessie De Leon will be serving.
Yeah, good serve.
Free ball. Rhea to Jules. And it's such a joy to see Jules Amonte against Kim Kianadi one-on-one.
Yeah, deja vu from their days in university as well, right? I mean, they've played against each other.
And I remember there was a time that Jules was touted to be the next KKD. So I wonder how it feels like, you know, them going against each other head to head. Oh, great service. Back to back by Jessie De Leon.
Mission accomplished. Serve specialist gets an ace.
But a challenge called by the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
So the challenge is ball in, ball out. Like, yeah. It looked good though.
It did.
It did, right?
But then again, eagle eyes. We will find out.
Well, that's why the challenge system is there. I mean, sometimes it corrects even our vision.
And we can keep complimenting the services of Jessie De Leon after that. With that, the PLDT high-speed hitters set point.
Well, F2, you're not out of it. You need a good pass first. Then try to string up a couple of points here. Oh, another good one.
Galang cross court. Targeting Jessie De Leon after those good services of hers.
That's just a smart hit. And what you like, I mean, it happened right in front of us. We heard the contact by Galang with the ball. And a lot of times you can see she tries to just hit it, you know, light hits. But this one was a solid one.
F2 Logistics staying alive. Calf to Don, to Galang once more. And Kat will set it up for Mitch Morente.
Oh, still alive.
Great reflexes by KKD. And Jules Samonte, rightly so, staying aggressive, staying on top of everyone, grabbing that first set win.
Yeah, but great effort on the part of F2, but Jules Samonte just rising to the occasion here in set number 1. Look at that.
And 1-0 in favor of the PLDT high-speed hitters. (25-20) PLDT high-speed hitters, courtesy of the fire that is Jules Samonte, that aggression of hers that she's displayed in set 1.
Well, it has been a team effort. I mean, Jules Samonte, like we said to close the first set, rising to the occasion because she's starting the day. And then you have Prado, you have everybody
Everyone contributed.
So they're looking good. You know, they just have to stay there. I always like to say they're in a good place. But F2, for me, they have to correct their errors. Just too many errors. Maybe 5 in service area alone. And then the other errors, the hitting errors. So these are the things they really have to look back on and correct coming into set number 2. Because you want to win the set number 2. Let's look at some numbers here in terms of attacks. PLDT ahead by 4. Blocking, they use their advantage from about F2 Logistics 5-2, but it's really their errors. Look at that, 8 as compared to 5 errors. So that's one thing you need to correct really. We have to keep emphasizing that.
And you have, of course, that service ace by Jessie De Leon. I mean, she went hard on all of her serves, but you also saw really the F2 Logistics trying to match the energy. But the thing is, matching it isn't enough. You have to overdo it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's constant heat of Coach Regine, the fire, the tapang. You know, and she's hoping to get through to her players here in set number 2.
And we'll see if her squad will be able, and they should, make those in-game adjustments quick. I mean, it was a tough loss against Creamline Coal Smashers. For sure, that fire should be there.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, every game you want to win, no matter what the stake is, but especially today because this is a start for the battle for the bronze.
Again, thanks to all of our audience watching us live, either here in the Mall of Asia Arena or on One Sports Channel 6 or One Sports Plus Channel 261. Back to the game. Prado. Myla Pablo with a cross-court attack.
And it's a great set by Fajardo. Totally fooling the blockers, just a one-on-one good start for F2. But You know, we have to mention also, what about the defense of Nika Reyes? We saw that in the first set, and a couple of dives, digs, and then we're seeing it here in the second set.
Good serve by Fajardo. And Palomata. And you can see she doesn't have that awkwardness, as you mentioned before, Noreen.
Yeah.
There's a newfound confidence, and she's taking advantage of her height compared to the shyness that she had with it before.
Yeah, and she has really evolved into a really good player, and that play, just using the blocker's hands to her advantage.
Calf to KKD.
Well, targeting Jules Samonte, we saw the matchup at the net, but this time she sees her at the back row. She targets Jules Samonte. Good pass.
Dumakulangan to Palomata. And that one was quickly read by F2.
Yeah, great anticipation on their side. They knew Palomata was an option, so the blockers were all over that.
2-point lead this time around for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
Well, now the challenge with F2, can you sustain this, right? I mean, good start for them. They need to sustain it.
As we go to Franny Reyes for her report.
Denise and Noreen, it wasn't just the Jules and Jovi show for set 1. Actually, the whole PLDT was contributing to get that first set win. And I talked to Jovi Prado earlier, and she told me that what they lacked against the Petrogas Angels was that eagerness to win. Kulang sila sa gigil, and we definitely feel that from them today. She also told me that every member of the team contributes, and there's no such thing as a small contribution. Much like Jules Samonte stepping up. She actually told me earlier in the dugout that Mean Mendez has been playing so well, and she's happy to see Mean play that way. But whenever coach needs her, whenever it's her time to enter the court, she's more than ready to contribute because of that trust placed in her by her teammates and by the coaching staff. Now, Coach Raul mentioned earlier, konting ingay pa. He wants the PLDT high-speed hitters to make some noise, to be more vocal, and to see if that's the missing link that they need for them to fully dominate today's game. Back to the panel.
A long rally. But I think that was an error on the side of the PLDT high-speed hitters.
I think they call it on Rhea de Maculangan. Maybe a catch and throw, a lifting violation. But, I mean, what a start for F2. I mean,
I was just about to mention. 5-point lead all of a sudden.
Oh, they're serving well, they're blocking well.
And everything going well for the F2 Logistics is why Coach Raul will be calling a timeout.
Same tayo. Play one, play one.
Okay.
Play one.
Boya ka tayo. Bawin tayo lahat, bawin tayo lahat. Sige lang, then. Sapat.
Ayos mo, ayos mo.
Clarity! Sorry.
7-1. I mean, we knew it was gonna be a long game because how quick the momentum changes.
I mean, just the blink of an eye, it's already a 6-point lead on the side of F2 Logistics. Much to the delight of their fans.
I'm pretty sure they're providing the fire right now. But Palomata, babawi after a couple of errors. You know, Mitch pulling at her hair.
Do you like that? Coming off a timeout for PLDT. That's how happy Mitch Parente was.
I'm pretty sure, yun na yung gigil na sinasabi ni Franny. She couldn't resist herself. Ooh. KKD still putting that across despite that hard set from Calf. Dawn back to Kim.
Ooh, good read.
Rhea to Jules. Whoa! Straight to Don Macandini, though. Great reflexes by Rhea de Maculangan. Kat, back to Samonte.
Oh! That was a good rally. Another good one.
That rally had everyone at the edge of their seats. As we go to our technical timeout, F2 leading.
Hello everyone, who do you think will take this game one?
Now, who do we think will take game one? I mean, you thought we'd be able to tell, I guess, by set one. But how things are going in set two, well, let's hear what the audience has to say. Ian Carl says, I think PLDT ang mananalo ngayong game one. Go, Ate Mika Reyes. Again, Noreen, you did mention the great defense of Mika Reyes. For Rihanna, she says, PLDT as well. They have Reyes and Dimac. Well, Di Maculangan. But, big but, bilog ang bola. And for Glenn, syempre F2. Bukod sa creamline, lineup din ng mga MVP yan. Let's go F2, let's go. That's true. Lots of MVP players here for the F2 Logistics. And they have that comfortable lead against PLDT. 6 points. 5 points, rather.
6, now 5. And they've been going to Del Palomata, and why not?
Right in the middle.
But yeah, you like the tweet, the last tweet. Obviously, that guy or that person was a Creamline fan, but still, you know, supporting this battle for bronze. So we appreciate that.
We appreciate the community. Again,
Yeah.
Franny mentioned also, you gotta love the PVL community. The fans that are always watching during game days. Full support for their squads.
Well, for a Sunday, I mean, we are almost packed, especially in the bleacher area.
And I mean, it's a Sunday doubleheader. There's a battle for bronze. But we have the final Creamline Cool Smashers against the Petrogas Angels coming right up after this.
Score by F2. They're doing a good job. We have to mention, they're doing a good job in keeping PLDT at bay. Right? PLDT would try to challenge, but they come up with their points.
And definitely less errors. Both are tied at 1. Good signings from both teams, but definitely a better one for F2.
Yeah, they had 8 in the first set.
Rhea to Mitch.
Oh!
Single block by Aragalang.
When you ask a lot of these players, do you like strong spikes or monster blocks? A lot of these players normally say monster blocks because of the feeling you get when you have a one-on-one against
And
a strong
that's the
player.
feeling. Aragalang is displaying that feeling. 6-point lead for F2 Logistics. Look at that, 3 block points from F2. Rhea to Jules. And from Del, Rhea is now going to Jules Amonte.
Yeah, great set. You can see just one blocker there. Fajardo was left by her lonesome there to guard Jules, and she gets the point.
Five-point lead. Let's see. 6-point lead. I was just about to say, let's see if PLDT can keep cutting the lead of F2, but Right now, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not with service errors. Of course, if you're PLDT, you want to chip into this lead of F2. Oh!
Strong serve by Aragala.
Oh, she's been playing well in this match, especially here in the second set. Serving, blocking.
Seven-point lead for the F2 squad. Josamonte, cross-court hit. Joust at the net. Calf to Myla Pablo. Samonte was there. Free ball given by the Maculangan. Calf to Myla Pablo. Too strong.
Wasted opportunity for F2. I mean, I think that was a great set. It was a fast set.
Could have been a really great down the line, actually.
Yeah, mishit.
And knowing what Myla Pablo is capable of, very, very possible.
Well, if you're PLDT, now you want to start, you know, a rally here in the second set.
Jules Samonte with already six attack points. But what's happening to the PLDT squad? They're committing more errors in this set.
And back-to-back service errors at that. I mean, you don't want, you have to realize, I mean, you committed 5 errors, or was it just 3? But less than F2 in set number 1. You don't want to be committing more here in set number 2. When you talk about simplicity, Rhea de Maculangan is one simple setter who's very effective.
And you said a while ago lang that she's the only one in her squad that hasn't gotten a point.
Oh, yeah.
And now she has.
Yeah.
So it's complete.
Yeah, everyone has scored.
Calf to Ivy. Rhea to Prado. Again, another error called on Ivy Laxina, if I'm calling it right.
If we can see that again. But nonetheless, it was a net violation on the side of F2.
But we're repeatedly saying, you gotta see that hunger in Ivy Laxina.
Yeah. Ooh.
F2 is calling for a touch. Specifically, Myla Pablo. She's really asking for it.
Yeah. Well, chances are, although I'm looking at Palomata, she's looking at Coach Ralph saying she didn't touch it. Chances are, if you hit it through a taller blocker, you'll get a finger at it, right? And Palomata's like, what, 6'2"?
Look at those limbs of hers, pa, when extended.
Yeah.
Let's find out if that will be in favor of F2 or PLDT can continue the run.
Check this out.
Tough call. I don't know about you, Noreen.
It was that close. I mean, we had to look at it twice. At least us, you and me. We had to look at it twice to see that the fingers actually didn't move.
But again, you see the reach of Del Palomata. I think that's Kat Arado. Maybe we can get a report on that later, how she's feeling.
Yeah, remember her last game, she suffered cramps. They were telling me that they were going to interview her after the game, but she fell because she was suffering from cramps. And I don't think she has recovered 100% because of the work she puts in game after game.
I mean, she always gives her 100%.
Yeah.
Virai will be substituting for her in the meantime. Prado to the back. Again, we haven't said her name in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. But I like what I was listening to Coach Raul as Prado went up for that kill. It's like they want to obviously use quickness, the quickness of Prado. Hit it fast. I heard bilis, something like that.
He's asking them to quicken up the pace. And we saw how they are good when the tempo is pretty quick.
Especially for a player like Jovi Prado, you want to use your quickness, really.
Whoa. Just a 4-point lead now for F2. Oh! Del was waiting for that.
Well, if you're going to challenge two players in front of you, you have to think twice and see who you're gonna, go through. Usually not the taller one.
And you saw how her arms really was following the ball in the air.
And stayed there.
Yeah. Amazing work by Del Palomata.
Oh, another good serve.
Calf to KKD. Rhea to Jov. Del once again. Free ball given by Fajardo. This time around, blocked by KKD.
Well, Kim Kiana D read that pretty well, really closing that space. Look at this. Closing it. Stuff blocked by KKD.
I mean, that's what she's known for.
Yeah.
Signature Kim Kennedy block.
And you like when that slow-mo, perfect example, you like how the arms directed the ball to the court of the opponent. Oh!
And second technical timeout here. F2 still leading 16-11. the fire that Coach Eugene has been repeatedly asking the girls to do, they've displayed that in set 2.
Yeah, I mean, more energy on the side of F2. I totally agree. The fire came out. And for me, F2 really just started set 2 using their strength. Their key strength really is their blocking, and they used it. They were aggressive at the net, constantly trying to read the opponents in PLDT, and that just frustrated PLDT. So F2, totally a better set for them. That's why we are tied. PLDT, on the other hand, they had problems with their serves, right? I mean,
that was painful to watch.
It was painful because, I mean, when they gave F2 that bit of momentum, F2 never looked back. Let's look at the numbers here in terms of attacks. Actually, we are tied at 11. But the blocking, the 5 blocks which happened early on in set number 2, which gave them that streak or that groove, that's when those happened. Aces, also F2. Opponents' errors, F2 actually averages 8, and they're way there. They're just there. But PLDT a little bit more than the first set. That's one thing they need to correct here going into the third set.
I mean, with those numbers, you saw that PLDT tried to keep it close. And it was a good thing that F2 also kept their fire stable. They started well, they had such a huge lead, and they were able to end well for set 2.
Yeah, that's a challenge really for F2, the sustainability, because again, we know talent is there, talent-wise, but it's a matter of trying to sustain the way they're playing. And in set number 2, they have to be happy they were able to do that.
You know, harping on from what you said, it's talent. Usually you talk about potential when it comes to other players, but it's undeniable with the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Like, you can't even talk about untapped potential anymore because you know what they can do and what they're capable of.
Yeah. At this level, there's no more potential. It's talent already.
We're in the pros. Again, battle for bronze. Rhea to Jovelyn Prado, but blocked by Majoy and KKD. Cap will set it up for Myla. But PLDT will draw first blood after that attack error.
Yeah, Myla Pablo trying to go down the line, only missing the line. But again, that's really the presence of Del Palomata, that intimidation factor. So she tries to elude her.
I mean, when you have Del Palomata's height, it's really intimidating.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, the limbs, the long limbs.
But you have Majoy Baron also. Again, it's F2 known for their height average of their players. And that's, you see their strength highlighted with their front. I mean, Aragalang, KKD, Majoy Baron, right there in the net. Ooh, good save by Prado.
That scramble inside of PLDT.
As Kat Arado is back on court.
Oh! Oh, still alive.
Rhea to Mitch. As we go to Franny Reyes for her report here in set 3.
We're really happy to see Catharado back on the court, but I actually talked about Catharado with Del Palomata. She told me that Cath gives her so much confidence, not just Del actually, but the whole team. When they aren't able to block, they know that Cath is there behind them, ready to cover them. She gives them so much confidence, and you know, that presence was what was missing in that previous set. But Del also told me they can't just rely on each other, but they also have to find that confidence within themselves if they want to really win this game. It's important that, you know, they stay focused and they don't let other things take away from that focus. So let's see if they'll be able to come back from this being 2 points behind F2 as Myla Pablo is about to serve.
2-point lead for the F2 Logistics.
Yeah, but not to take anything away from Virai. She played a pretty good...
She did her best.
Her stint.
She really did.
But the thing is, it's really that confidence that Kat Arado gives the players. That's why they would mention that. You know, if Kat's there, you got my back.
I mean, some of the players, of course, it's... I wouldn't say the seniority. You know, we always say the experience. You know, the experience of Kat Arado.
Yeah. Well, she's not #1 in both digging and receiving for nothing.
And you saw how Rhea and Kat are being able to give that confidence to the attackers. But let's talk about the happiness that is present in the camp of Coach Regine right now.
Yeah, I mean, you like the way Fajardo has been going to Majoy Baron because we saw her in previous conferences. She would come off the bench, not much playing time. So also for her fans, they're happy that she gets playing time. Yeah, yan ang jinx. Right? I'm talking about her saying nice things and she serves it out.
1 point lead for F2.
No, but seriously, back to Majoy Baron. You have to be happy, that she's smiling, she's playing longer minutes because we have to say in the UAP she was a one-time MVP. I can't remember what season.
I wish I can also answer that. But then, let's look at the errors of F2. 3 right now.
3 already, and we're just at the start of the 3rd set.
The challenge called by the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Early call also. I mean, is it a good strategy? Because you do know that the sets between these two teams run pretty long.
Yeah, but no, chances are, if it's really near the tape, it is a block touch. So if the referees call it not over or 4 touches, I do urge people to coaches to challenge it. But case in point, like even just a little, that touch of the arm, the hand, it's already a successful challenge. Oh. Okay, so unsuccessful. So no block touch.
No block touch.
Okay. No.
Or rather, it was unsuccessful because on the point of PLDT.
Yes. So that they still have their challenges. They just replayed the point. Okay. Just to be clear. We're just so used to when you win the challenge, you get the point and the serve.
Exactly.
But when we look at PLDT, they're serving.
Again, really, you've got these two teams in equal footing right now. From numbers to the sets that they grab. But you see that sass of Chang Abby. And you're gonna wanna see more of that. That is what Coach Regine has been saying. Be free about those reactions.
Yeah, and that fire and that walk. That's why the F2 Logistics fans, that's why they came here. They want to see those walks and celebration.
You gotta love how animated Chang Abby is.
Ever since.
She puts her whole heart, her whole self when she's on the court.
Well, PLDT gets that point. The DMAC connection with Jules Samonte still working. And again, a great set because it was just a one-on-one.
4 serving 6, Michelle Morente.
Good serve.
Calf to Chang Abby again. Back-to-back points.
And that catwalk.
For the queen herself.
Look at that. Again, another great set. Look at that.
And you can see how the fans just love that. But Terrado just swooping for that ball. Calf to Pablo. Candili giving it to Milo once again. And this time around, that attack by Rhea. Dawn answered.
Oh, they're going to challenge this.
Another challenge called by F2.
Yeah, block touch. They feel that hit of Abby Maranyo hit the blocker's hand.
Very, very high chance. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's Abby Maranyo.
Well, let's see. Well, they do have the lead. Even if they have 3 errors early here in the third set, they still have the lead.
And as you said, you know, they can make up for those errors in other ways. Their attacks, their blocks, their service aces. Another! I didn't want to call because that's a bit of a gray area for me. But they say it's a successful challenge. Your nearest signal dealer or call 8888-5555 today. And you can see Coach Tina enjoying as well the matchup that we have this afternoon. Back-to-back volleyball for her.
For me, that goes to show really for a lot of people, volleyball is life. I mean, they're spending their Sunday watching volleyball. So trying to learn, because she is now coaching. So trying to learn, trying to, you know, see some tactics she can use.
And the FEU Lady Tamaraos really are so, they've repeatedly said they're so lucky to have her.
Yeah.
As Jules Amontes serving 5-8.
Good pass.
Calf to Chang Abi, and that attack of hers, still no solution found by the PLDT high-speed hitters, Noreen.
Yeah, and, you know, for me, what's nice is the fans are enjoying. I mean, I'm looking at, there are people in the gas shirt, so obviously to support Petrogas later, and Creamline, they're actually the ones cheering for Abby Marano.
I mean, Abby Marano right now with 12 points, 9 attack points, 3 blocks. I jinxed it!
I know. But then again, I mean, you're happy if you're F2 because your captain, whether or not she is actually the team captain, because we always call her the captain regardless.
We're so used to it.
We're so used to it. So I think she's playing well. Oh, good serve.
Over receive by F2.
Oh, great dig.
Prado. KKD was there. Calf ending that exciting banter between both teams.
Well, she's getting into the scoring act as well. Look at that. That looked really nice.
I mean, Rhea de Maculangan and Cap Fajardo. I mean, these two setters.
Yeah. Different eras, but then
both legendary in their own way.
Whoa. I mean, F2 is looking really good. Everyone is contributing. You get a stop block from Majoy Baron.
sakto, ibigay sa iba. Yung mga nag-off ng konti, ihahabol sa'yo ng konti. Pwede pinabagsak din agad. I-prefill ka pa naman ng block. I-trouble ka pa. Daya pa na. Ha?
Sige lang!
Go, go, go.
Hey, pasensya ha? Pasensya ka! Pasensya! PLDT! Hitters!
And right now, you've got two players from the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers that are in double digits. You have Abby Maranyo and, of course, Kim Kennedy. 12 and 10 points, respectively.
Such a given, of course, Kim Kennedy.
I mean,
it's a given.
we featured her. There was a reason for that feature. Meanwhile, for the PLDT high-speed hitters, they only have Del Palomata, who is in double digits right now. Well, Jules Samonte is 1 point shy away from double digits.
Well, obviously, you have to credit the defense or the blocking of F2 because in set number 1, both Prado and Samonte were playing well, but then in the second set, kind of silenced.
Silenced by the loud communication of F2.
Yeah.
Rhea giving the ball to Jovelyn Prado. Let's see, she's finding a way through the strong blocking of F2.
Good read.
The toss-up between both teams. Kiana with her 11th point.
But you also have to mention Behag with that great block also at the net. That paved the way for this D kill.
And when you've got Cha Behag there, you know, Don Macandile, as we've seen, can take a, take a step back.
Yeah, that's true.
Fajardo with 12 excellent sets in today's game.
Ooh, good dig.
Majoy staying aggressive in the net. And Jovelyn Prado, she's been waiting to find that sweet spot for her hits.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while, but then just keep trying. That's what PLDT is doing, and Prado.
And that a while is relative. It's been short, but she's had so many tries.
But you have to, because you have to acknowledge the fact that your opponent, F2 Logistics, they're blocking really well. So if you're given these sets, you really have to keep trying to, you know, either go over or go through the blocker.
Santos comes in for the high-speed hitters.
They are gonna challenge.
That's their third challenge here. It's set 3.
I mean, it looked like it clipped the net. But then the question is, was there enough spin, enough power to, you know, at least let it go over to touch the blockers? That's why Coach Regine was the one who actually said to challenge this.
I want to comment, but I'd rather not, based from my angle.
You will wait for the verdict.
As the rest of our viewers, the players, the fans, we await if it is successful. That was from the attack of Cha Behag.
But you know, you really appreciate players like Cha Behag. You know, through the years, they can still play at this level. I mean, that goes to show really the way she kept her discipline.
The conditioning.
The conditioning.
It is a block touch. And we can see Coach Regine smiling.
Point, can you put it in the stat sheet? Point Coach Regine. That's how she celebrated, because she was the one who said block touch.
That was on me.
That was on me.
She wants to put her name on the scoreboard as well.
See, right? Chances are it's gonna get a touch if it's that near the tape.
But an error from Fajardo.
That merits a laugh from Kim Fajardo. Let's check this out.
No comment.
No comment. Some would let it go, but respect the decision.
Well, hopefully F2 can let it go after that attack by Majoy Baron.
But you can see the difference if your demeanor is different. Like from set 1 to set 2, and then here in set 3, you see F2 so relaxed right now.
Exactly.
And they're playing so much better. Kasi we have comparison, first set and then let's not talk about the second set. First set and third set, it's so much different.
I mean, their happiness, the fire, it's making them more connected, more engaged, leading to a continuous momentum for the F2 Logistics.
And we do have to say that PLDT has yet to commit an error here in the third set. Nonetheless, you know, F2 still has the lead. Oh, as I say that.
They continue to be on the lead. You know, let's look at the bright side, the same way F2 is on right now. They are on the bright side of things, enjoying a comfortable lead against PLDT, 15 serving 8. Cha Behag on your screens.
Strong serve. But you know, that was true. That error by Joey Prado, punching the ball out, that was actually their first error here in set number 3. But again, for me, they need to start attacking properly because normally we say because the error, so on and so forth, but they only have one error. So now then, they have to start converting, right? They're playing good, they have to start converting.
As you can see, the Mall of Asia Arena, attendance of 11,314 for day 1 of our Battle for Bronze and first day also of the finals.
A lot of people really want to enjoy volleyball action at its finest here in our country.
Sunday might be family day, but it's family day here in the Mo Arena. Full support for their teams. But what do you think happened to the F2 Logistics? What contributed to their mood shift, Maureen?
Well, they're playing well, really. I think after that first set loss, probably their huddle, they're listening to Coach Regine asking for that fire. And when they were able to find it within themselves, they're just maintaining that. I mean, it's really the mental aspect.
That blocking by Chang Abi and Ara Galang. And you're seeing the fire in the way F2 Logistics are playing. But there's also that spark in Coach Regine's eyes. How happy she is.
Especially after that successful challenge.
Oh, right. But she had a point to herself.
Yeah. Know what you like also about F2? Everyone's contributing at different times.
But Jules Samonte again. Such a spark plug for the high-speed hitters.
Well, I'm looking at PLDT and Catarado. Her left leg, upper thigh, lower thigh actually is heavily bandaged. So you know that she's feeling something. But then, if you're PLDT, you know that Catarado is playing with pain and playing through it. You have to try to, you know, give credit to her efforts by the way you're playing.
You know, try to ease the burden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, give her confidence as well.
Yes.
Look at that running attack again by Maraño. And this is it. Fajardo really making the most out of this.
But that was a great set. You saw the blockers were really late to even react. And Maraño had a whole court, a whole view. Prime view. Penthouse view.
For the MVP that she is, you know. Iris serving. But really, Jules finding ways, finding the power to break the blocks of F2.
Yeah. So that should be a good start for PLDT. You're down by 7. Everybody's got to feel, you know, a sense of urgency here in set number 3. But because you're still in the match, pretty much, but you have to start scoring the points.
A sense of urgency indeed, but Jules looking unfazed. Jules again, with an attack. Don setting it up for Ara.
Trying to be tricky there, Aragalang. Trying to go for a cut shot. Back-to-back points out for PLDT. For you, you want this to be a start of a rally.
And 6-point lead. They're no stranger to catching up to a 6-point lead from F2. They've done it in set 2. But let's see if this time they can close it.
Yeah. Good serve.
Ara from the back. Rhea to Jules.
Oh!
And that one-on-one between Jules and Ara Galang. Ara triumphant.
Yes. It's not her first. It's the outstretched arms of Ara Galang. Again, defense blocking, working wonders for F2.
Right straight at the white line.
Undeniable.
Iris to Behag. Rhea back to Jules. Also clean down the line from Jules Samonte.
Well, she has been the bright spot for PLDT. But one thing we're noticing really is they're not going too much to the middles. You have to change things up. It can't be just Jules Samonte.
Let's see who Rhea de Maculangan will give it to now.
She has a couple of options, even Jules at the back.
Those options aren't too bad. You have Jovelyn Prado, you have Mika Reyes. Take your pick. And Rhea chooses herself, but Dawn was there. Great dig by Michelle Morente. Dawn to Ben. Let's look at that replay.
Look at that dive by Makandili. Well, now we see everybody really playing well for F2. Ooh. Oh!
A rare error from Abby Maraño.
No, uncharacteristic error because they've been playing so well, talking about F2 logistics, and then miscue.
I mean, you saw how she curled up in embarrassment with that one.
They're human, they're showing us. They are human.
14 serving 20. Iris to Arroyo. The block A simple block by Jovi Prado.
Well, that's a good stop on the side of PLDT. Yeah, just read it well. She stayed with the ball. She stayed with that hit.
Tensions are high right now. You can feel it in the air. Iris to Chabek. That was an amazing attack. Amazing angle.
That was a hook shot.
Great work, great offense that Arroyo is displaying right now. She came in same time with Iris.
Yeah, quality minutes, quality points off the bench for Arroyo.
And not too bad against the tall Del Palomata.
Well, 6-point lead still for F2 Logistics.
Just like that, KKD and Majoy back on the court. 21 serving 15. Kat Fajardo with 15 excellent sets.
Whoa! Great dig!
Palomata again. This time from the back, no one was there.
Looking at Aragalang after that great dig, and then they went back to Palomata, and Palomata went deep. At the end line, she was just laughing. I'm not there. I can't get that. I tried the
Not
first.
on me. 16-21. Caf to KKD. Rhea to Jovelyn Prado. Right straight to Don.
Yeah.
Rhea to Mitch. Fajardo expected that. Another exciting exchange here between F2 and PLDT.
Fajardo.
She's been so calm.
She's been displaying basic reception skills.
But Del Palomata went her basic quick attacks as well.
Yeah, just dumping it there. Look at that, changing things up, and that made all the difference.
Para mawalang pati ng blocker si Kiana. Okay? Understand? Yung depensa nila, dulo-dulo. Pwede yung i-drop sa gitna. Pero silipin nyo muna kasi libero yun nandito. Marunong mag-adjust yun. So sa may gitna, gusto yung i-drop. Okay? Gusto yung power, ipa-check out nyo. Okay? Middle kailangan pa. Pasa tayo.
Listen. Ito, target nito dito. Sa opener natin, pero lilipat si Kiana dito. So, full option yung atake natin. Walang problema kahit malakas yung service na. Ilapit nila kay Kimi.
Let's go! Hatid!
F2!
And F2 Logistics trying to maintain their 4, sometimes 5. It's always a toss-up between those two. And you can see all the players. It's not just the fans enjoying, but players as well this Sunday, almost night.
Well, Coach, I remember last conference it was Benson Bokbok who was the head coach of F2 Logistics. He was explaining the tendencies of his opponents, because if you can look at the rotation, it's full front versus full front for both these teams.
Caf to KKD. Sadly, the last-minute scramble of Jovelyn Prado couldn't make it in time.
Kim Kiana D expecting that set, and yeah, I mean, they want to close this set number 3. They want to close it out.
We're back to a 5-point lead. Rhea to Del. This time around, Don got that covered. Kat setting it up for Jovelyn. KKD breaking the block once again.
Well, now PLDT having problems in closing. I mean, they're there. Look at that. Palomata read it well, but the ball just went in, you know, their court. So she needs to close it. to outstretch her arms.
And you have to keep those gaps really tight because you know the power of Kim Kennedy's attacks. But you also have the power of the PLDT high-speed hitters, especially in the form of Mitch Morente.
Yeah, you can see the blocking was not 100% established. Mitch Morente getting it through. Well, you're still down, but you're still in the set. We always like to say that, but they need a couple of more points here.
Ooh. A quick flick of the wrist from Joy Baron. She gets that done to lead us to a set point.
What a set by Majoy Baron here. And you like it because Fajardo has acknowledged that fact. She's playing well. She's been going to Majoy Baron.
24-18. Majoy serving. Rhea Todel. We go to Mitch again. You know, you really can't help but also rejoice with Chang Abi when she makes those reactions to lead them to a set 3 win.
Boy, that was just a solid block. Solid all-around performance by F2 here in set number 3.
F2 Logistics Cargo Movers now has 2-1 against the PLDT high-speed hitters. They've kept the fire alive from set 2, brought it with them to set 3 to get that 25-18 victory.
Yeah, you know what I noticed when I was looking at the scoreboard earlier is that all sets has the exact same number of minutes, regardless of points, right? Regardless of the score, 35 minutes to be exact. No, it just goes to show it doesn't matter what the score is. You know, the rallies are long. Maybe the challenges made them longer. But F2, we have to mention, F2 Logistics really playing so well. I mean, they bucked the slow start in losing set number 1, but set number 2, they look good. Set number 3, they look really good. A total team effort. Look at the numbers. Attack 16-9. Block 6-2. Again, using their strength. And then, again, committing the errors.
I mean, you can overlook that, I guess, when you see the gap between the attacks and blocks. They are averaging 8, so I guess at least they're able to make up for those.
Exactly. But if you look at the attacks, just 9 for PLDT. That kind of, they need, like we were saying in set number 3, they need to convert more because just 2 errors in an entire set is pretty good. But normally, when you see a team commit just 2 errors, you're the team that ends up winning that set. But obviously, it's not for PLDT in set number 3 because they cannot seem to convert. I have to keep saying that. I have to keep reiterating it because 9 attacks, they need more attacks from different players.
I mean, 7 unforced errors committed by F2 are easy points given to PLDT. But they're not capitalizing on that. They're not making the most out of it, and it's hurting them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you've got a strong team already like F2 giving away those things, you want to take advantage.
Exactly. But yeah, again, we have to say, honestly, F2's blocking really on point today. That's giving PLDT problems, but then you have to try to find a way to score. Get creative. Yeah, Chabehan gets that into the net. No challenges.
No challenges this time. Pretty clear.
Well, you like the, you like Coach Regine, the way she's letting Behag play, get more minutes here in this battle for third.
Caf to Kiana. Rhea to Del. Kiana again, but blocked by Del Palomata. But still, again, the smarts of Kim Kiana D.
Yeah, getting it. Or using the blocker's hands to her advantage. Look at that.
And the length of Del is her strength, but also her weakness that F2 clearly sees.
Oh, another ace serve for F2 Logistics, Behag. You know, I mean, I can't remember the years that Behag played, but it's so, again, no, for her fans, it's so nice to see her back in action.
I mean, I only got to see her from replays.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see her in action right now and to cover her.
Oh.
As we go to Franny for her updates.
Kim Fajardo once told me that in the PVL, it's important that the F2 Logistics cargo movers are able to show their identity, their intimidation, their swag, so that before the opponent even enters the court, they're shaking. And we're seeing exactly that from Captain Abby Maraño. She told me that it's important for her to get fired up, to show her team who they are, and that's a championship team. She told me that this is the first time for them to be in this position at pinaghuhugutan niya ang hunger for the podium finish. She told her team, atin to, wala dapat bumitaw. And they just need to lessen those errors for them to get that first win in this battle for bronze. Back to you guys.
With that attack by Kim Kiana D, she's now at 15 points. 12 of those attack points. She's not letting go. Hindi bumibitaw si Kim Kiana D for sure.
They want the bronze. They want game number 1 in the battle for bronze.
Ooh. Good dig by Jules Amonte.
Oh.
And you can see both teams just scrambling for the defense. But too strong of an attack there from Aragala.
Yeah, we saw the follow through really short. But you know, I think that's the problem with F2 Logistics, really. They're a team, like we said, they beat Creamline, who's in the finals. They're the only team that beat Creamline, but then they're not in the finals. So a lot of things that they can correct in the next conference.
But of course, you want to end this conference well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the way they're playing.
They want it.
They want it. Well, PLDT wants it, but I'm seeing that they're having a problem right now in their blocking. They can't seem to get stuff blocked, even with Del Palomata and her height.
Joy Baron, 5 serving 2. It's Mitch Morente. Again, if you can't find a way to break it, find a way to score off it.
Yep. Yeah, hitting it off. Aragalang there, and that celebration is classic Mitch Morente. But what she wants, obviously, is to be infectious. She wants her teammates to feel that, you know, that fire that we're talking about with F2.
And she usually is, but again, you know, that fire has to catch on for the rest of her teammates. Caf to Ara, single block by Mitch. Giving the ball to Rhea, who'll give it to Mika.
effective play by the net for both teams, and Mika Reyes gets the better.
Staying alert.
Abby Marian tried to reach it. How she wished she had a little more inches.
Considering she's tall enough to begin with.
Exactly.
Miscommunications for the high-speed hitters.
I mean, good effort by Del Palomata in trying to keep that ball in play. But yeah, I mean, it was too fast, too near the net.
Six serving 4. Service ace by Kim Kennedy. 16 points.
No, you like that serve because she obviously read the defensive pattern of PLDT. They were far. They were anticipating a long serve. Then she just served it short. Not even Kat Arado could get to that.
Back-to-back service aces for Kim Kennedy to lead them to our first technical timeout in set 4 in favor of F2. Weeds at PVL asks, Weng says, battle for bronze, matinding laban ito. Exciting matchup of Don Macandile and Kat Arado, both queen at digging and receiving. Whoa, indeed.
It should be whoa.
And from Giselle, ang saya naman makita ulit si Coach Ramil with F2. And I'm sure Giselle is not the only one who is overjoyed by the presence of Coach Ramil, as SC Mion says, fighting PLDT, and their hopes are still up here in this game. I mean, we're still at set 4. Let's see if PLDT will be able to extend it to a 5th set.
Yeah, that should be the battle cry, actually. I'm sure the fans, I'm talking about PLDT fighting. You want them to fight because you want to extend this to a 5th set, but you have to win this 4th set.
And with the way that F2 is playing, you have to fight harder.
Yeah. And you know, Mitch Morente has been scoring as much as she can, but you have to get contributions. Now Jules Samontes in front, maybe Mika Reyes has been kind of quiet here.
Well, Chang Abby hasn't. But another error on the side of F2 Logistics to cut down their lead to just 2.
Yeah, well, you got to give credit also to Mika Reyes, that block that paved the way for that error.
And she might not be scoring so much or contributing much in the attack side, but she is on the defense.
Yeah.
Calf to Abby. The effective running attack of Abby Maranio.
And then, you know, she sold that. And then the change-up, that tap, a little tap there, just to the center there. Smart.
Much of the frustration of Jovelyn Prado, who went for that dig.
That pancake.
Rhea to Mika. Calf to Kim. Oh, what happened there?
They're just reading the defense of PLDT because they're playing so relaxed right now.
Hindi kahit naman magtawagan tayo ng areas eh. Pag ayaw nyo pa rin i-push na extra effort, hindi talaga aabutan. Eh ngayon nyo kailangan yun eh. Gahan nyo yung call out sa pasa.
Ay, aggressive pa tayo.
Same play. Tumama sa block.
And Kim Kennedy already with 18 points, 13 attack points, 3 blocks, 2 service aces. Amazing numbers.
Amazing. Amazing.
Rhea to Mika Reyes.
Yeah, finally.
There you have it, Marian. She's making noise with her attacks.
Well, finally, because you need, to keep your opponents, which is F2, guessing. You can't be just going to your outside hitters or opposite, or the wing hitters. You have to get the middles involved.
Jewel serving. Yeah. Rhea to Jovelyn Prado. Good blocks there by F2. Kath back to Prado, but straight to Don. Rhea to Mika Reyes.
Oh, still alive.
Long rallies becoming more and more frequent in this game.
Yes.
Joust at the net in favor of Jovelyn Prado.
She knew where to put it, right? I mean, there was a good rally, a busy rally, but when she got the chance, look at that, just reading, and Makandili was actually pretty near.
Mika Reyes so far with 5 points.
Well, just a 2-point game.
Ooh, service ace! Jules Samonte. Jules, who has 13 points right now, Noreen.
Slowly but surely, and they're just down by 1, and you can obviously see that momentum has shifted jerseys. Has changed jerseys.
Amazing. Tiangabi. The usual. Yun na lang sasabihin ko. The usual.
Oh, give me the usual. Then you have to credit Kim Fajardo. What a great set there.
F2 are just having so much fun. Rhea to Prado. And if I saw that correctly, that was off the hands of Kim.
Well, Prado still fighting here. This time, using her blockers to her advantage. Yep, it was off Kim Fajardo.
And you see Kat rejoicing. Again, you can see her also trying to hype up everyone. Like, let's have fun.
Yeah. Because that's what they missed, obviously, in set number 3. Another error on the side of PLDT. If you're chasing, that's really got to hurt. The service errors.
They're tied at 3 right now with errors.
Good dig.
Dawn to Kim. Inside.
Well, F2, obviously their first option is Kim D. So PLDT, I think you gotta take a risk and really just guard her.
You know what Coach Ralph was saying also, extra effort.
Yeah.
Don't just stare, go for the ball. Kaf to Cha. And we missed those attacks by that. I'm pretty sure PLDT did too.
Yes. Well, you like, again, that matchup, Majoy Baron and Del Panamata. Some sort of joust there. And PLDT gets the point. They're just down by 2 here.
And we said it a while ago that so far we're seeing the same durations for the sets. But I'm pretty sure for set 4, this is longer. Because we're not yet even in our second technical timeout, Noreen.
Yeah. You care to wager?
Not really. Too risky. Calf to Kim again. The blocking of PLDT on point. Let's see if that will continue. Rhea to Mitch.
Whoa! You know, you're right. Blocking on point, and it's making a huge difference here in set number 4. They're able to actually stop the offense of F2.
You can see Mitch rightfully rejoicing that.
She's been the bright spot really for PLDT.
Her and Jules.
Yeah.
Cutting down the lead of F2 to just 1 now. Calf back to Kim. Back-to-back blocks there by Mitch Morente. This time, Kat to the rescue.
Whoa! Good save.
Cha giving away a free ball.
Oh! What a dig!
Again, Cap staying calm. That whole run, I want to give credits to Kim Fajardo. You saw that poker face of hers, Noreen.
Yeah. But Kim Fajardo, a huge factor in why that ball is still alive. But Kim D, the Kims working hard.
The Kim duo.
Kim possible.
That's really good. That's really good.
Oh.
Kim D, blocked by Palomata. Aragalang this time around. Rhea was there. They go to Jog. Off the hands of Aragalang. As usual, as we keep repeating, Jovelyn using her wits.
Yeah. You see the way she angled her push. She was really going to push it off the blockers. But you have to give credit right now to the blocking of PLDT. They're really getting, they've established their blocking so much better than the previous sets.
But when your blocking is so good, you want to couple it with no errors.
That's their fourth error. Imagine, set number 3, although they lost, they only had 2 errors talking about PLDT.
And now they have 4, and it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. But then it's just a 2-point game.
And now Del cutting it to just 1.
You can sense PLDT playing so much better here in set number 4.
More cohesive.
More cohesive, more energy, more energy.
14 serving 15.
Good serve.
Calf to KKD. Good dig by Prado. But even better block by Ara and Shangabi to lead us towards second technical timeout. Finally. Coach O there. Their game coming right up after this. But let's see if it will end at 4th or will PLDT and the momentum that they're on right now lead to a 5th set. And I would like to toss back your first question to me a while ago, Noreen. Care for a wager?
I will.
What say you?
I will text it to you. Well, I'm looking at the errors of F2, just 3 so far. That's pretty good for F2 Logistics.
F2 wins that joust as in the net. 17-14. Another service by KKD.
Yeah, and the way things are going here in set number 4, a 3-point lead, I feel is already a cushion.
From 6, right?
Yeah.
Great effort by Jules Samonte. Consistent fire from this girl.
And recognizing she only had 1 blocker. Look at that, she hit it off the blocker's hand.
Which is surprising. Until now, she's already had 14 points and you'll still put 1 blocker against Jules Samonte.
Exactly. Oh, good serve
by Mitch Morente. A soft touch by Abby Maranyo. Attack error this time by Jules.
Well, she had the right thing in mind. Just not enough lift on her jump there.
18-15. Aragalang currently with 9 points.
Oh!
Miscommunication between Prado and Drea. Courtesy of a good serve from Aragalang.
Yeah, that was a good serve. It's just sad because miscommunication. Both players were there. You know, if Samonte wasn't going to get it, you just shout, Drea, get it. Another error at the side of PLDT.
And there you have it. You can see on your screen, Serene. The fans are also rejoicing. Mayan Mendres on the court for the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Well, they need a last push, and they want that 6 they used. They've been using a lot in this conference.
Zeo will go to Mayan for that one. How do you stop that swag of Jump Abby, Noreen? Tell me how.
You can't, unless you stop her by blocking her. Look at that. You know, the fans are already anticipating her reaction.
I think that's what they're looking forward to more.
Kayo na yung magdalawang gilid. Ikaw na lang yung sa gagalaw-galaw. Dalawang gilid na ha. Sagad ha, sideline. Transition ng Abby, di ba?
Say natin.
Go, basta.
Reality!
Yung basa.
And you see the fans in pink.
The sea of pink.
Because Creamline Cool Smashers and also the sea of red, courtesy of the Petrogas Angels. That matchup coming right up after this one. A service ace of Aragala.
Well, F2, after pretty much being challenged by PLDT at the mid part of this set, is now pulling away ahead by 7.
Again, I thought PLDT would be able to get that and switch. They're switching it right now. That's what matters.
I mean, the match or the set isn't over yet, so you just have to keep challenging. You don't want to give F2 like this set or this match on a silver platter. Make them work for it at least.
And with Mayan Mendres back on the lineup for PLDT, she will contribute to that.
Yeah, instant point for Mayan Mendres.
Rhea to Mika Reyes.
Oh, good save.
Cha giving away a free ball.
Ooh, what a dig!
And Kim Kennedy also with an attack of her own, but great dig by Mea Mendrez. Cam! Again, Noreen, Chang, Abby. What Franny mentioned a while ago, that identity, that intimidation, that swag. Check, check, check. Abby Maranyo has it all.
Yes, playing one really great game today.
2 points away from match point, 23-16. Oh!
Okay, you have to credit have that point to Abby Maranyo.
You saw how she stumbled
Yeah.
for that dig. I mean, the effort always present for Abby Maranyo.
Boy, and Majoy Baron. I mean, everyone playing well for F2.
So well that we're here, 24-16.
Match point.
And who will win it? For the F2, let's find out. No, PLDT says we're staying alive. We keep our dreams alive right now, not yet the end.
Yeah. And for PLDT, I know they're gonna make F2 work for their point. For that match point.
Mika Reyes, 17-24. Rhea to Mea Mendrez. I think celebration for F2. That's gonna be a disappointing loss for PLDT. At least you would have wanted to lose off of an attack at least.
Yeah. I mean, the referee called it already. Obviously, it's an illegal back row attack. Mea Mendrez stepped on the line. But, well, what an end by F2. I mean, they stepped on the gas, really, in set number 4, and then they never looked back.
And I think an ironic end because it was the errors that hurt them. But this time around, it was what helped them to victory.
That's true.
20-25, 25-22, 25-18, 25-17 in favor of the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Let's go now to Franny Reyes with her player of the game, Chang Abby Maranyo.
Thank you so much, Denise. That's right, I am with Chang Abby. 19 big points for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Congratulations. Now, you guys had a slow start in set 1. Can you talk about the changes and adjustments that you guys made to dominate or to win the next 3 sets?
Siguro nung first part ng game, nag-a-adjust pa kami. Tapos, nung nakapag-warm up na ng maayos, come second set, na feel ko na yung fire inside me. Kaya talagang for the go na.
At kitang-kita yung fire, Chang Abby, syempre yung body language na yun, we saw that shift. Earlier we talked about identity, who F2 is as a team. Can you talk about that identity and why you get so fired up?
Yung body gestures na sinasabi mo, siguro normal lang talaga sa akin yun na parang binabakla ko. Kasi nag-e-enjoy ako pag ganun eh. Alam niyo naman sa life natin, pag walang mga bading, dull, di ba? Boring. Kaya for the ano lang din ako, for the show kung ano talaga ako, paano ako maglaro. And nakikita ko na kapag nag-e-enjoy ako at nalalabas ko yung sarili ko pag naglalaro, nabuboost din yung confidence sa mga kasama ko. Kaya kino-continue ko siya.
Not just the confidence of your team, but the fans as well. Is there anyone that you'd like to greet and thank?
First of all, hello sa nanay ko na nanonood ngayon. Maraming salamat sa family ko, Maranyo and Palmares family, sa mga kaibigan ko na nanonood, sa LBEV childhood friends, kay Camille Cal, Heart, Chakal University, and sa lahat po na nanonood dito, yung mga fans ng F2, at sa lahat po na nanonood na nagpupuno ng MOA ngayon, mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you so much, Chang Abby. Congratulations. You guys are 1 win away from that bronze finish. Let's send it back to Denise and Noreen.
Congratulations to the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and Chang Abby, who is unapologetically just being herself, an amazing one at that.
Well, let's go through the numbers first. But you love that interview. But let's look at the numbers in terms of attacks. It's actually pretty close. But the
1 point.
1 point. But look at the block. A block party for F2 Logistics. 18 blocks. You don't see that a lot. 18 blocks in 4 sets. I mean, really impressive. And even the aces. I mean, it's just a really good game for F2 Logistics.
Considering with how they started, you know, that set 1, you wouldn't have ever thought that they would produce the numbers that we're seeing on our screens. Despite also the errors that we kept mentioning. Again, 1 step closer to snatching that bronze medal. The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers showing that fire, that spark that Coach Regine has also been saying. But it's not yet over. Thank you to all of our fans who have watched. I'm Denise Insai on behalf of my partner, Noreen Go and Franny Reyes. Thanks for tuning in. But again, more PVL action comes your way with the Creamline Cool Smashers versus the Petrogas Angels coming up next.